Hey guys, what is up? RubiksLife here. Welcome back to another video. Today, in this video, I'm going to be doing one of the viewer suggested comments in my last video. I asked you guys to leave some comments down below of video suggestions you want to see in the future, and one of you guys did. You left a video asking for F2L tips and tricks. And thank you to you for doing that, and here's the video just for you. If you want one of your video ideas posted on my channel in the future, please leave your suggestions down below, and I will hopefully be able to get to that, and I'll try to respond to all the comments in the section down below. Without further ado, let's get started. Alrighty guys, welcome to the desk. Today we're going to be going over a couple F2L tricks that are just truly amazing. These are more advanced F2L tricks for you guys. I'm going to throw in a couple beginner tricks towards the beginning, and I'll be going into more advanced algorithms. For those of you who don't know what F2L is, that is in the CFOP advanced method of solving the 3x3. I have a few videos of that. I'll leave those in the end card, and they're basically where you solve the first and second layer at the same time. Instead of solving the white side, the middle, and the last layer, you solve the cross, then you solve your edges and your corners, and then you solve the last layer. It basically saves a step, and it's so much faster. Although there are some very tricky cases in trying to pair your corner and edges where there are simple algorithms that'll help you get better. So that's what this video is about. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of those algorithms, and hopefully these help you guys out. If you have your own F2L tips or tricks, leave them in the comments down below. Also, if you have a video idea for the next video, leave it down in the comments, and I'll be sure to heart it and comment back to as many of you guys as I possibly can. Okay, so the first one is where it's like this, where they're opposite of one another. What I would recommend doing is doing this algorithm right here, where you do R prime, U2, R2, U, R2, U, R. And that'll insert it in there without messing up any other pair. And that way you don't have to separate it, redo it together, and put it back into place. That's just so much faster. Alrighty guys, so here is the next pair. So this is where you have the same color on the top and on the right side. And this is backwards from where it needs to go. And these are a very difficult case to separate. But what I like to do, and my preferred method of doing this, is doing a U prime, R, U, R prime, U, and that'll separate them, and then you can just go ahead and insert them like normal. Very simple, but very effective. Great case to use for your F2L. Okay, so the third case is a bit weird looking. This is where you have your white, green, and orange just like this, where your white is facing you, and then you have the opposite colors just like this. And usually you'd have to bring this out. You can either bring it out like this, but this requires a cube rotation or an awkward F move. The way I like to do my case is where it's like this, is you just do an R, U prime, R prime, and that pairs up your edge, and you go ahead and insert it into place. Very simple, 3 moves, get your edge and corner paired up, insert it into place. By far one of my favorite advanced cases to do. Alrighty guys, so before we go on to the next F2L tip and trick, I'm going to be plugging my second YouTube channel, EthanGarvey. It's a photography YouTube channel about what I do on a daily basis and what I'm doing for my career as I go into college and start my journey on that path. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys go ahead and subscribe. We've got 64 subs on there so far, and that video that I posted, which is a motivational short film called What It Takes, and I really hope you guys enjoy that. If you do, leave a comment down below in this video or in the video on the other channel. I'd really appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get back to the F2L tips and tricks. Okay, so here's another case right here where you have your white piece on the bottom right, and you have the same color in the front and on the right side, just like that. Now if you bring that out, you can separate it very simply. This looks really complicated, but this is a very simple way to do it. It's a 4-move algorithm where you do R, U, R prime, U prime. And that's going to separate them. And in that case, you don't have to use the U prime because it's going over here. Just simple insert pair just like that. Hey, and why not? We can go ahead and do another one just like this. So we have a case like this where it's opposite. This is what you call sexy move, and you just do R, U, R prime, U prime, and you do that 3 times. And that inserts it just like that. So I'll show it one more time. R, U, R prime, U prime, and you do that 2 more times. And that does a simple, super quick move. We'll go ahead and finish this guy off right here. This is where you have the same color on top. I'd go ahead and separate it, pair them up, just like that. And then you can go ahead and hammer it, just put it down, over, up, and back. And that's a super quick, super simple way to do it. So I recommend you do that. All right, so if I'm being honest with y'all, I'm looking at a lot of the algorithms online because memorizing them all is really difficult. So I do it, but I don't exactly know what letters to say, and it makes it a lot harder to type up in post. So here's what we're gonna do. I scrambled the cube, solved the cross. I'm gonna go ahead and do 4 F2L pairs in a row and just show you what I do, and hopefully my ways are very quick and effective for you. So go ahead, right off the bat, I see a sexy move. That's 1, 2, 3, simple pair. The next one, this is opposites. You're gonna go ahead, put this in the back, hide it, pair it up, and you can sledgehammer that in the front. Next up, you have these two. These are opposites, and these ones are actually a much better pair because these are touching, and that's a little awkward to do because it's in the back. So what I do is I go ahead and do a cube rotation with this, and I'd send this one over to the other side, bring it up and out twice, and then insert it in just like that. Super simple. And now this puts this pair in the front instead of having it in the back. So you can go ahead, separate it, do a U2. I do a cube rotation because doing a B2 is awkward. I'd hide it, pair it, and insert it in the back, just like that. That was a super simple way. That's the way I do mine, and hopefully that's a good way for you guys to do it as well. I'm also not claiming that I'm the best or fastest at 3x3. My F2L pairs are probably not the best at all, but that's what I do, and personally it works for me, and I've gotten consistent sub 20 solves on this cube and with using these F2L methods that I'm using now. So if you're already sub 20, my methods might be a little slow for you, but if you're anywhere above sub 20 or you're sub 30, going sub 5 minutes, any of this will help, and I really hope these can help you out, these simple tips and tricks. Okay, so first off, we have one right here. This is where you're going to look and see what your best options are, because this one I can see right away and it's quick, simple, I can do it very quickly. But I also see I already have a completed edges right here. I also have a 2-step right here where I can bring it out and over and put it in the back there. I see this one will go straight in the front, so what I can do is I can do a L2, bring it all the way to where it needs to go, hide it, and bring the orange center back and put it back over. So I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like again. Actually, I need to do it one more time, over and back. So if I do it really quickly, you just do this, and then that's exactly how you want to do that pair. However, that does put this in the back, so you have to be mindful of where your pieces go. And that's with look ahead, and I can make a video on that later on. Next up, you've got these two right here. This is a very simple out and in. And I'll do that again where I brought this piece over and you just put it up, over, and in into the back right side. And this sets you up for another sexy move. And whenever it's not over its center pieces that it needs to go in, and this one actually needs to go back here, you just do it twice. So 1, 2, and that sets it up, and you can insert it in the back, which brings out your final edge pair, where these are opposites. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this and expect a cube rotation. When I come back, hide, pair, and insert in the back, just like that. And that's a super simple way, and I definitely, absolutely love that one. Alrighty, so this is where I scan for my initial ideas. I see these two right here, very simple. I can turn it over, pair it up, and put it right here. But what I like to do, and I know I didn't do in the previous solve, is I like to solve in the back first, so then my inserts in the front are so much faster, because trying to do a B move is much more difficult than doing an F move, or a quick cube rotation and doing an R move. So what I'm gonna see is don't do my blue ones first if possible. So what I'm gonna do is solve my green, insert that in the back just like that. That fills in this one right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and either go around the cube or go ahead and scan for my next green one. In this case, I see this one right away. Simple, insert, and now my backs are done. And see what this leaves us is options for our different front pieces. So now I can do one rotation, insert just like that, and then insert with this one, which causes 2 rotations, so probably wasn't our best move there, but still effective, still quick. One thing to mention, I was about to solve this, but I noticed I have a solved edge pair already pre-scramble, or pre-solving. So what I would do is whenever you're going to solve this, is be mindful of where that pair goes. So whenever I go to solve this, I can bring this out as I flip this around and bring this down. So now I already know this is here as I solve the cross. So what I could do is keep it up and then solve it just like that, and then you only have 3 to solve, which is so much faster. Okay, so right away I see this one, and instead of bringing this down to bring your white onto the side, then you have to break it up anyways. If you just do a quick rotation, or even just doing a U move, that would save the cube rotation. Do an R prime to bring this down into its place, and then just a simple F, U prime, F, and that'll put that guy right there. Next up, you see this guy right here, and again, that sexy move, simple and effective. This one, again, have seen before, where you do, where you have the same colors on this side. It's not the same as the one I showed you earlier, where you have the opposite, so you can't do the R, U, R just like that, because it'll bring it opposite. So what you have to do is bring it to this side, and then bring this out just like that, which leaves them opposite of each other, and a quick insert on the left side. Alrighty guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed those F2L tips and tricks. Again, thank you to you guys for leaving the video suggestions in the comments down below. If you want the next video to be one of your suggested videos, leave it down in the comments, and I'll read through, I'll heart all of y'all's comments if I really love it, and I'll get the next video out in the next week or two. So I really appreciate all the love and support. Again, go check out my other channel, that'd mean the world to me. If you haven't already, subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends. Maybe they want to be sub 20, sub 25, that would be amazing to get the cubing community even better. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.